What's up guys, I am BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another Black Ops 3 Zombies video on my channel. Today we are taking a look at the top 5 Easter eggs. Some have and some haven't been solved within the Giant. Thank you all so much for the support that I got in my 5 things you didn't know about the Isaac video. If you haven't seen it, well, of course it will be in the description for you guys. But hopefully you are all having an amazing day. If not, hopefully I can make you feel better. But anyway, if you do enjoy, don't forget to drop a like rating and let's get straight into it. So here are the top 5 Easter eggs within the Giant. Some haven't and some have been solved, but hopefully this video is not just to entertain you, will also help to solve the Easter eggs that haven't been done within the community. Coming in at number 5 is the clock. Now this one, a lot of people don't actually know about it, and no one knows specifically what this means or what it even is. If you come over to the animal testing labs in the Giant, you will see on the wall here there is a clock, which, okay, what's so cool about that? The time has stopped. But the interesting thing is, and this is very hard to see, so you may actually need to go in-game yourself and check this out, but on this clock there seems to be some type of code. Now I've already done a full video on this, and some people in that other video said maybe this is Braille. After trying to link them up, I don't think it is. But you can see we have red and yellow dots next to each number. I believe the only numbers that don't have dots from what I can see is 9 and 6. But we have these red and yellow dots which make different patterns and have different amounts next to these numbers. We really don't know what this means. This is still a mystery, or even how you would go on about solving something like this. But we do know in the Giant, time stops. When Richtofen teleports Maxis and Samantha, the main clock in the center gets stuck. Many people have speculated there is a main Easter egg to do with this clock, but no one quite knows what it is. Is this small clock within the Giant with this strange coding around it possibly linked to it? However, it does mean something, but I'm not sure this one is going to be solved for a long time, and it definitely is a mystery. As always, if you have anything you want to add, or even you think you know the answer, put it in the comment section below. We can solve some of this, but it's about time we moved on to number 4. If you come over to this area in this room and come around this location where the furnace is, you will hear Samantha crying. Now it's been speculated that this is Samantha crying when Richtofen is experimenting on her. We know Richtofen would do experiments behind Maxis's back on Samantha in the Giant. Whenever she was to visit this location, Richtofen would use her as his test subject. This could possibly be the reason why Samantha is heard crying. Why specifically this location? Well, next to here there is a window. It is possibly this room in this window that you can see right now as to where Samantha was experimented on. Maybe it's her crying for another reason, as we know many tragic things have happened to her, but this was something new that was added into the Giant. In at number 3, and I really want to add this even though it doesn't specifically relate to the Giant. It relates more to just Richtofen in general, but it is the blood vials that we can see on Richtofen's clothing. Now I wanted to bring this up because this was the first map and the first time we saw the Origins version of Richtofen come forward into the future, into the Giant. We know he travelled from Origins to many other locations, including Shadows of Evil, but I feel that this map relates more to this than any other one we have in the game so far. Now these blood vials can be seen on the Origins version of Richtofen. This I believe is one of the biggest mysteries in all of Zombies so far, but Richtofen has Sal DeLuca and Finn O'Leary's serial number, or their prison numbers, 481B and 386A. These are the serial numbers of these two characters that were imprisoned within Alcatraz or Mob of the Dead. How Richtofen managed to get their blood, we honestly don't know. But from what we know, Richtofen has never come into contact with these two characters. But that really is the only way for Richtofen to have obtained the serial numbers of our Mob of the Dead characters. He would have had to have traveled, teleport, however he got there, over to Alcatraz Island himself when Sal and Finn were imprisoned there. But we do see references to Mob of the Dead in the Giant. Another important Easter egg is the Mob of the Dead plane on top of a building within the Giant. Now the true reason as to why this here is not explained, but it is speculated that this is to do with an interdimensional convergence, meaning because Maxis is going round destroying universes, the Giant's universe and the Mob of the Dead universe have both collided, causing a convergence between the two, meaning things from Mob of the Dead, like the plane, have bled through into the Giant. They are not supposed to be here, but because the two have collided, things from these worlds have bled through into each other. So you can only guess things from the Giant have bled through over to Alcatraz. Of course there could be another reason, but this is the only one that really makes sense right now, and we know that the Giant is in Lower Silesia and Alcatraz is in San Francisco, so they are quite a distance away. But what is special about these characters Why Richtofen needs their blood, it is unsure, but we do know these Mob of the Dead characters are trapped in a loop. We know the Weasel is a special character, but his blood isn't here. It is Sal and Finn's. Honestly, again, this is one of the biggest mysteries in zombies so far, and hopefully it can be solved. Coming in at number 2 is the hanging man in the background in the giant. Now, I don't know if this is something that was recently added or is a new Easter egg, or maybe it's old, but I've never spotted this before. This was recently pointed out to me by a guy over on Twitter, and who this is, again, I don't know. This is a big mystery, but it also reminds me of Peter McCain we found hanging within Shinonuma. Just this time, we can see him hanging in one of the buildings. If you come over to this location and take a look at the tiny crack that is in the wall, you will see his lower body and his legs, his boots, just hanging from the ceiling. Now, you can actually go into a glitch in theater mode, go closer up, and you will realize that it is only his bottom half of his body. But when you go back into the map, it does look like he is hanging. From closer inspection, there really isn't any detail that you could gather, which would maybe give you an idea as to who this is. I thought maybe it is Richtofen because his boots look similar, but again, there's really not any detail added into this since you are not supposed to go this close to it. But looking back at it from the normal view, this definitely is someone hanging, and I've never noticed this before, which makes me think that this has recently just been added into the giant. Now, why there is a person hanging in the background, we don't know, but we do know Treyarch do everything for a reason. And what if this is someone significant to our zombie storyline? Someone who worked at Derice and has been hung for doing something wrong. Is this a spy or someone who has been here? It definitely doesn't look like a zombie. Obviously, it's only the bottom half, but they don't have any blood on them or anything like that. Any rips in their clothing. Possibly could have been a member of Group 935. Anyway, I don't know, but this is a really cool Easter egg. Now, coming in at number 1, I have a collab of a few different things because I would love to see these solved. Finally, in the giant, we have a few different ciphers. I believe in total we have 5. So far, 2 out of the 5 have been solved and 3 are still a mystery. And from the ones that we've already solved, it seems that they are giving us information about our future DLC. To in fact have these other 3 solved could possibly give us information about Pompeii, maybe a bit of information about the Eyes of Dracula that we didn't know, or the other 4th DLC map. So it would be very interesting to finally have these solved. I'm going to show you them on screen. Note that these are very difficult, but if we could get the community together and finally solve these, then they could possibly be giving us information about future DLC or a massive part to do with our zombie storyline. Apart from these 3 unsolved ciphers, we also have a blueprint in the giant as well. There are different bits of scrap paper ripped up all around this map, and when you finally find them and put them all together, they make this image. Now, we've all seen this before, but no one understands what this means. It is the summoning key. Inside of it seems to be the KN-44, an assault rifle. In the background there looks to be different universes, and finally down the bottom right hand corner is the signature of Dr. Monty, this character, this doctor, this crazy guy that creates candy, but we don't know anything about him either. This is all a mystery, and for us to solve these ciphers, what this blueprint is actually telling us about Dr. Monty, the summoning key, and this weapon, or any of the other ones, would be amazing to solve. So there we go, guys. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Hopefully you have enjoyed. If we could share this video around the community and try and get as many of these solved as possible, because this map has been out long enough now, we need to get these solved. If you could drop a like rating on the video, that'd be awesome. Let's go for the goal of just 2 like ratings. I think we could just about hit that. If you want to see some more videos on this channel, make sure you also hit that subscribe button below the video. It's totally free, and it will give you free updates on zombies every single day. You do not want to miss it, guys. Thank you for watching. I have been BlackOpsAmazing, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.